As an astrologer who has spent years peering into the cosmic tapestry of the stars, I've seen countless souls wrestle with their fates, searching for meaning amid the chaos of life. But there's one zodiac sign that stands apart, a constellation that seems to hold the secret to turning the tides of fortune: Scorpio. Imagine a woman named Elena, a Scorpio I met years ago at an astrology retreat in Sedona. She arrived with shadows under her eyes, her shoulders heavy with the weight of a recent betrayal. A friend had stolen her business idea and left her with nothing but a crumbling dream. Yet, by the end of that week, Elena wasn't broken. She was radiant. She told me, "I've learned to let go of what I can't control and cherish what I still have, myself." Her words echoed the wisdom of the great Chinese philosopher Zheng Shiqiang, who once said that the first step to changing your luck is to embrace indifference. Not a cold, heartless detachment, but a deliberate choice to release the grip of gains and losses. For Scorpios, this isn't just advice, it's a way of life. They see the world through Pluto's lens, ruthless, transformative, and unyielding. So, what is it about this sign that allows them to alchemize pain into power? Let's dive into the depths of Scorpio's soul and uncover why their attitude might just be the key to unlocking life's greatest fortunes. Have you ever wondered what indifference really means in the grand scheme of the stars? For Scorpios, it's not about shutting down their hearts or turning their backs on the world. It's about discernment, a sacred art they've mastered under Pluto's watchful gaze. Picture this: a Scorpio named Marcus, a client of mine from London, who once sat across from me clutching a worn journal. Inside its pages were lists of every slight, every betrayal he'd endured. A cheating partner, a backstabbing colleague, even a neighbor who'd poisoned his rose garden out of spite. "I used to fight every battle," he confessed, his voice low and steady. "But one day I just stopped. I realized I was wasting my energy on people who didn't matter." That shift wasn't apathy, it was liberation. Studies in psychology back this up. Research from the University of Cambridge in 2022 showed that individuals who practice selective emotional detachment report lower stress levels and higher resilience, with a 30% increase in self-reported life satisfaction over 6 months. For Scorpios, this indifference is a shield, forged in the fires of their fixed water nature. A blend of emotional depth and unshakable resolve. But let's not mistake this for a lack of feeling. Scorpios are ruled by water after all, and their hearts run deep. Take my friend Lila, another Scorpio who runs a small bookstore in Seattle. When a rude customer berated her staff over a $2 overcharge, she didn't snap or grovel. She refunded the money with a polite smile, then turned away, her focus already back on shelving a rare astrology tome she just acquired. Later, she told me, "I don't have time for petty drama. My energy goes to what feeds my soul." That's the Scorpio way, not rudeness, not coldness, but a refusal to let the inconsequential drain them. And here's where their cosmic gift shines. By protecting their inner world, they cultivate a strength that others can only envy. The stars teach us that Scorpio's indifference is a filter, letting through only what truly matters: loyalty, love, and the pursuit of their own truth. So, how do they balance this detachment with their fierce passion? That's the paradox we'll unravel next. To understand Scorpio's philosophy, we must first step into their celestial origins. Governed by Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, and co-ruled by Mars, the warrior of the zodiac, Scorpios are born with an innate capacity for transformation. They're not here to coast through life, they're here to dive into its shadows and emerge stronger. Let's consider their historical archetype. In ancient Egypt, the scorpion was linked to the goddess Serket, a protector of the soul who guided the dead through the underworld. This legacy lives in every Scorpio, giving them an almost supernatural ability to sense hidden truths. I recall a session with a Scorpio named Priya, a software engineer from Mumbai. She'd come to me after quitting a toxic job where her boss had taken credit for her work. I knew he was lying the moment he opened his mouth, she said, her dark eyes glinting with certainty. But I stayed polite, tied up loose ends, and walked away. Inside, I'd already cut him off. That Scorpio's duality, surface graciousness masking a steel resolve. This duality shapes their interactions. Scorpios are kind, yes, but their kindness has edges. They'll give you their trust, their time, even their heart. But cross them and those gifts vanish. Think of Anna, a Scorpio mother I met in Toronto. When her sister borrowed money and never repaid it, Anna didn't rage or demand. She simply paid off the debt herself, then stopped answering her sister's calls. I don't hold grudges, she told me over tea, her voice calm but firm. I just don't let people hurt me twice. Astrologically, this makes sense. Scorpio's fixed nature means they don't bend easily, but their water element keeps them adaptable. Data from a 2023 survey by the Astrology Association of America found that 68% of Scorpios self-report having clear personal boundaries, higher than any other sign except Capricorn. They treat others as mirrors. Reflect respect and you'll see it returned. Reflect deceit and you'll meet their sting. But there's more to their philosophy than self-preservation. Scorpios are masters of perception, often seeing through facades others miss. During a workshop in New York, a Scorpio attendee named Javier shared a story. He'd sensed a friend's jealousy long before it surfaced, noticing subtle shifts, the clipped tone, the forced smiles. When that friend later spread rumors about him, Javier wasn't surprised. I'd already distanced myself, he said. No point in fighting someone who's already lost to themselves. This intuitive edge, paired with their refusal to waste energy on the unworthy, sets the stage for something remarkable. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. And that's where their secret to fortune begins to reveal itself, pulling us deeper into their cosmic dance. So, what happens when a Scorpio stops fighting the small battles? Something extraordinary. They win the war without lifting a sword. The ancient text of the Tao Te Ching whispers a truth Scorpios seem to embody. By not contending, no one can contend with you. This isn't passivity, it's strategy honed by a sign that knows the value of patience. Let's meet Sophia, a Scorpio artist from Paris I've followed for years. Early in her career, she watched peers scramble for gallery spots, elbowing each other out of the way. Sophia didn't join the fray. She painted in her tiny attic studio, refining her craft, waiting. 2 years later, a curator stumbled across her work at a flea market. Paintings she'd sold for pennies, and now her pieces hang in the Louvre. I don't chase, she told me over a Zoom call, her voice soft but triumphant. I create and the world finds me. This aligns with a modern parallel, the blue ocean strategy in business, where success comes from carving your own path rather than battling in crowded waters. A 2021 study from Harvard Business Review noted that companies adopting this approach saw a 15% higher growth rate over 5 years. Scorpios apply this instinctively. Their fixed water energy gives them staying power. Think of a river carving a canyon, slow but unstoppable. I've seen this in my client base. A Scorpio named Daniel, a chef in San Francisco, once lost a Michelin star to a rival. Instead of obsessing, he opened a food truck, perfecting recipes in peace. Today he owns 3 acclaimed restaurants while his rival's fame faded. I don't need to prove anything, he said, flipping a burger with a grin. I just need to be better. That's the magic of Scorpio's non-contention. By stepping back, they step up. Their patience isn't weakness, it's a coiled spring ready to launch them forward when the moment's right. The stars amplify this. Pluto's influence teaches them that true power lies in stillness, in letting the universe unfold. And when it does, the rewards are staggering. But this is just the surface. Beneath it lies a deeper truth, a moment of reckoning that defines Scorpio's journey, and it's about to take us to the edge of their soul. Here we stand at the precipice of Scorpio's greatest strength, their ability to break and rebuild. The phrase, "not broken but made anew," could have been written for them, a testament to their Plutonian gift of rebirth. Every Scorpio I've met carries a story of rupture, a moment when life cracked them open, only to reveal a stronger core. Take Elena, the woman from our opening tale. After her betrayal, she didn't just survive, she thrived. She started a new venture, a wellness brand rooted in her Scorpio resilience, and within 3 years, it grossed 7 figures. "I had to let go of the old me," she told me, her voice trembling with pride. "The pain was my teacher." This is Scorpio's climax. They don't just endure hardship, they use it to ascend. The mythology backs this up. In Egyptian lore, Osiris, the god of the underworld, dies and rises again, a cycle Scorpio mirrors. A 2024 study from the Journal of Personality Psychology found that individuals with strong Scorpio traits, intensity, adaptability, introspection, score 40% higher on post-traumatic growth scales than the average. Consider Maya, a Scorpio nurse from Chicago. After losing her husband to cancer, she didn't crumble. She volunteered in hospice care, channeling her grief into purpose. "I broke," she admitted during a reading, "but I rebuilt myself into someone who can face anything." That's the Scorpio way. They shed what holds them back. People, beliefs, even their own fears, like a snake shedding its skin. This breaking isn't random, it's deliberate. Scorpios see hardship as a cosmic nudge, a call to rethink, reframe, restart. I once counseled a Scorpio named Aisha, a lawyer in Dubai, who'd lost a high-profile case to corruption. Instead of bitterness, she pivoted, left her firm, started a non-profit for legal reform, and now she's a regional advocate for justice. "The universe didn't screw me over," she said, her gaze piercing. "It woke me up." This is their peak, a refusal to be defined by loss, a determination to rise from ashes. And when they do, they're not just renewed, they're unstoppable, a force of nature ready to reshape their world. Now, let's pause and breathe in the wonder of Scorpio's calm. Amid their intensity lies a stillness that catches you off guard, a quiet power that hums beneath the surface. I'll never forget meeting Liam, a Scorpio musician from Dublin, at a retreat in Glastonbury. While others debated loudly about destiny, Liam sat by the fire, strumming his guitar, unbothered. Later, he shared a gem: "I don't argue with people who can't hear me. Life's too short." It wasn't arrogance, it was peace. The Zhuangzi, a Taoist text, captures this: "Summer insects can't fathom ice. Well, frogs can't grasp the sea." Scorpios get it. Why waste breath on those trapped in their own limits? This serenity isn't passive, it's profound. Liam once lost a record deal to a loudmouth rival. Did he fight? No. He booked a tiny pub gig, played his heart out, and a producer in the crowd signed him the next day. "I let the music speak," he said, his eyes twinkling. That's Scorpio's charm. They don't need to shout. Their actions ripple. I've seen it in my friend Clara, a Scorpio teacher in Sydney. When a colleague spread lies about her, she didn't retaliate. She kept teaching. Her students love her shield. Months later, the truth surfaced, and Clara? She just smiled. "I knew it'd sort itself out," she said. Zen monks call this no mind, a state of clarity born from letting go. For Scorpios, it's second nature. This calm is their secret sauce, a balm for their stormy souls. It's why they can face a screaming boss or a crumbling dream and still sleep soundly. They know the world spins on, and they'll spin with it, gracefully, quietly, powerfully. It's a reminder for us all. Sometimes the loudest strength is the one that doesn't need to prove itself. And so we arrive at Scorpio's essence. A life lived on their terms, steady and free. They don't race or compare. They build, brick by brick, trusting the stars to guide them. I think of Tara, a Scorpio writer from Cape Town, who spent years perfecting her novel while others churned out quick bestsellers. "I'm not in a hurry," she told me, her pen scratching across paper. Last month, her book hit the New York Times list. That's Scorpio's rhythm. Slow, sure, spectacular. The Tao Te Ching whispers again, "Know when to stop and you'll find peace. In peace, all things resolve." Scorpios live this, their minds sharp, their hearts still. This is their gift to us. A reminder to root ourselves in what matters, to let the rest drift away. Whether you're a Scorpio or just admire their fire, their story teaches us to stand firm, to trust the journey, to be unapologetically ourselves. So, if you felt their pull, if their wisdom has sparked something in you, let's keep this cosmic conversation alive. If you want to hear more of my tales from the stars, please like and subscribe. It's your support that keeps me weaving these threads. And before you go, tell me, are you this kind of Scorpio? Drop your birthday in the comments. Let's find your zodiac kin and see where the stars take us next.